Hold on to your honey, because you're in bear country. Welcome to the PC Nation Playbook, your go-to source for Pierce County sports and events. Join your hosts, Joey Lee, Andrew Cuneo, and Jeremy Gove from the Mike Burch Ford Showroom for the latest news, in-depth analysis, and exclusive interviews with coaches and players. Join the PC Nation. Go Bears!
The PC Nation Playbook is produced by Mike Burch Ford. You can watch and listen to our show on YouTube, Spotify, or anywhere else you get your podcasts. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on those channels to help others discover the show. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
At Mike Burch Ford, we're more than just a dealership. We're your friends and neighbors, here to help our community get back on track after the recent catastrophic weather in our area. Right now, we're offering factory employee pricing, commonly known as A-Plan pricing, to customers who have experienced a verified total loss or damage from Hurricane Helene or Hurricane Milton. That means you can purchase a vehicle below dealer cost. Our disaster relief program is designed to get you back on the road fast. Plus, we offer a free car valuation to assist with insurance claims, whether you buy from us or not. Stop the search and call Mike Burch today to see how we can help get you moving again.
Welcome back to the Pierce County Nation Playbook. I'm Andrew Cuneo. This is Joey Lee, and we've got special guest Maureen Coach Mo Brown with us today. Coach, appreciate you being here with us today.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here today, especially with you two today.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, we're all family in this community, but like me and you, we really are family.
Oh yeah, yeah. Joey has a room at my house.
Right, I got a room at our house. We go way back, our families, but they keep that room available for me just in case. Might need it.
I know it.
I thought I was going to need it last week or 2 weeks ago with the hurricane and all, but we love you, Coach Mo, well known in the community.
Yeah, you've been a part of any kind of Pierce County sports or really anything in Pierce County. You know who Coach Mo is.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, growing up, did you play sports, Mo, or?
Well, actually, I did when I was growing up. Let me take you back a little bit. With my dad, he was preaching, being Pentecostal and all. So there was a lot of things back then that you didn't do that, now once, you grow into it, you know what to do. And I think it was about 5th grade, I was like, Dad, let me play sports. And he's like, nope, you can't play any sports, And finally, probably like my high school year, he did. He's like, all right, you can play. And wound up playing high school basketball. And from playing high school basketball, ran a little track in high school. And from there, went to play at South Georgia College in Douglas, played there. And from there, went and played at Georgia College up in Milledgeville on basketball scholarships.
Very nice. Very
worked
nice.
out then.
Yeah, it worked out.
Absolutely. And so then you, after college, you come back here.
Yeah, came back here.
And you've been involved with everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
What all have you coached since you've been back here? I mean, I know you've been involved in
Gosh, I when I came back, started out coaching basketball. And then from basketball, went into girls softball. And actually, Miss Diane Strickland, we were sitting there and she's like, we basically started the girls softball. And she actually did. And so Mr. West Bennett said, all right, I'm going to let y'all try it. And so we did. And actually went out, she bought like the equipment. And that's how that program got started. So
Wes was good about that too.
Yeah.
getting people started out with programs like that.
Mm-hmm. And so, from there, I wound up taking over. She coached for a few years, and then she wound up doing a lot of the cheerleading and everything. And so I wound up coaching and wound up getting Coach Spell, old Ripper. And him and I coached together. And then also Leanne wound up coming in, and Kathy Watkins, we had her. And then, and Coach Spires, when she came in and moved in, and especially once we had went fast pitch. And actually, before we were slow pitch, and then everybody was moving towards fast pitch, and I decided, I was like, well, if we're going to stay in this, we need to move towards fast pitch. And I wound up, I'm trying to remember his name. His wife used to be a secretary at Ware Street, and he actually played for the Kings Court. Because we had no idea about trying to play fast pitch ball, and so and that's what she was telling my husband played, and so he came in, and that's what they kind of did with that, and he helped us with the fast pitch and get it started and work with my pitchers and everything, and from there, so like I said, we did the softball, the basketball. Coached boys and girls tennis.
What hasn't you coached? It's a better question.
Yeah, been in on golf.
Football's about it.
Yeah, then moved on to golf.
I was going to say, you were golf, weren't you?
Yeah, I was girls golf coach, and that's when we wound up winning two state championships with the girls first time, and everybody's like, God, we thought your state championship would at least been basketball or softball. And it wound up being golf, but it's been great. Like I said, we've done, and then.
Well, Pierce County's rich in golf history. So,
they are.
Not surprising there.
Yep. So
cheerleading and golf's what we're known for. We're trying to work on football.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. So how long were you coaching? What was that coaching career that you involved in the programs and with the schools?
Yeah, it's probably about 20 plus years.
Yeah, 20 plus years.
Yeah, before I actually, still, even when I took on the AD part of it, I was still coaching.
Yeah,
I was just about to say. I still remember some 8th grade basketball teams that Coach Mo was doing over there.
Yeah.
Throw us out some names to put you on the spot of some of the best athletes that you saw coming through. Yeah.
Well, like with some of the girls.
We talk about the guys all the time. I
had Lakeisha Wood, and Lakeisha Wood played for me, and she wound up playing at Charlotte College.
Yeah.
And Lisa McKinney, which is Lisa McCurry now, but they were big kids, and you never had big kids like that inside. And so we had her and Rosemary Hardy, and Rosemary was, a good basketball player. Mandy Holland, and Mandy played for me, and Mandy wound up playing at Bruton Park, and we got a scholarship at Bruton Park and played. It wound up, Tanya Wilson, you remember Tanya? Tanya actually transferred from Waycross and came over here and played for us. Bernice Jernigan, and Bernice was a good ball player. Lord, I'm trying to think a couple more there. They wound up killing me like, you didn't call my name.
Well, you mentioned Kathy.
Kathy Watkins. Kathy was a good player. Because she's a good player, softball and basketball and everything. And I remember a story with her one day. We was out there, and Kathy, man, she was so quick. She could cover a lot of ground out there at softball. And one day I looked and I said, balls were starting to drop. I was like, God, what in the world going on out there? And the coach come in. I said, why are we dropping balls? Why are we not getting that time? Well, Coach, she said, people kind of started saying trying to be a ball hog. I said, I don't care what kind of ball hog. I said, you just go get the ball. Yeah, but you
got a hot hand. You go ahead with that.
Yeah, I said, go get that soft. And she could cover some ground, and And she
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. We're excited to announce that Waycross will be getting an upgrade in the Fix-It department. Locally owned Farmers and Builders is the latest helpful addition to the neighborhood. Visit their new location at 121 Victory Drive in Waycross. You can count on Farmers and Builders for hand-picked products like Traeger, Milwaukee, and Yeti. Not to mention award-winning service and advice you can count on. Join us November 22nd through 23rd, 2024 for the grand opening of Farmers and Builders in Waycross. Bennett & Johnson Insurance is an independent agency with the customer in mind. We have relationships with dozens of insurance companies and are dedicated to finding the right coverage with the best company at the best price for you. Contact Bennett & Johnson for all of your insurance needs. Go Bears!
And had some great pictures like Scarlett Wilson, and then Joy. What was Joy last name?
Yeah, Williamson.
Joy Williamson. So we had him, and then Katie. Katie was there. Katie.
Yep. It'll come to me.
But it'll come to me. But she was like my shortstop, and actually, when we was doing fast pitch, everybody say when we went fast pitch, we was like, well, who in the world going to pitch? And they said, well, you take your best athlete. And she was my shortstop. And that's most time when you put that best one, and
usually a good.
Yeah. And she came in and she wound up being, pitching for us, fast pitch. And then along that came several other girls that were great fast pitchers. And, we had Jennifer Jernigan, Courtney Yarn. Those girls
Megan
all
Martin.
came in. Megan Martin. You can't forget Megan Martin
Jessica,
now.
Thornton.
Yep, Jessica Thornton.
That was another good one.
Yeah, both of them. They were all like good athletes.
You had Roro, didn't you? Rodriguez?
Yeah.
She was a good basketball player.
She was a good basketball player.
I think she ended up. She went to Georgia Southern, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basketball, and she played a little softball, and like the Nene Shaw, she was a pretty good ball player too. And then I had Chelsea Grant, and then Simone.
No, I was about to say that three right there when they were coming up.
Yeah. I had those three in middle school. I wound up coaching them, Chelsea, Simone, and Roro. And I'm telling you, when we played, we probably could have scored 100 points. But I wouldn't. I'd make them back off. I'd say, no, I'm not going to have y'all next year.
Defense too. That was those three right there could do
it. They were pretty tough athletes.
I mean, heck, they would run with the boys. I can remember when I first moved over here. Those three right there they played pickup ball with us.
Yep.
And
then you guys, all y'all class that came through. I mean, that was a great class of athletes. Your class and yours, and we've had
new age generation though. They're different breed. They're good.
They're different.
Different group of athletes nowadays.
They got a work ethic like Coach Mo here. Where do you get that work ethic from? I mean, you're involved in everything, not just sports and athletics and school, but businesses and rental properties. And
it's like
you're one of the busiest people I know.
I know, they keep me rolling. Most of that, like I say, comes from like my mom and my dad. Yeah. Both of them, they just work hard, and my dad always, he would work hard, even though he worked at the railroad and stuff. A lot of time he'd come in, and he loved driving Triton trailer because he did that before he went to the railroad, and he would every night he would pull a load of chips, have like for Mr. Darrell Thomas and Mr. Mike Thompson. He's like, hey, can I pull a load of chips? He just loved driving, And but both of them, they are hard workers, and like I said, and they instill that in all of us.
Oh yeah, they're gonna work till they die, I think.
Oh yeah. You can't slow them two down.
Can't slow them down. Nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah.
But so I think that's the difference in our program now is the work ethic that's involved. We were talking a little bit about that before, like with the football program. Mm-hmm. How they start very early in the year. As compared to others, and we just outwork people.
Oh, and they do,
and the coaching staff. Too,
yeah, so. I mean, they just and coach out there. Coach Aaron Lord, he works and get out there. And that's what does it. And I can remember like Coach Thompson when he was here. He told me, he said, "Hey, Coach Mo, I'm gonna tell you. Coach Thompson's a big believer. He said, Coach, if you got speed." He said, you can do it.
That's something you can't coach.
Yeah, and he told me, he said, now you got speed. He said, you'll win ball games.
Speed kills.
and it does, and and he was a good mentor and all, and he always told us, and one of the things that he instilled in me too, he said, Coach, I'm gonna tell you something. In this job, he said, coaching and being an athletic director, he said 99%, your job is gonna be PR. And he said, and if you can't do that part of it, he said,
But you do that pretty good, Coach.
So, and it is. And you got to be able to have that relationship just with the people, period. Even with the businesses, just with teachers, my coaching staff. Mm-hmm. You got to be able to have that relationship.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And players.
Yeah. And we have a strong community here in Pierce County.
God, we do.
You're educated and you've been many places, but I think this is a unique place in the world.
Oh,
to me.
It is.
You know, just stretches across any lines. I mean, we're like family here.
Right. And that's the way everybody operates. You know, everybody is like family here. And, you know, just y'all's family, you know, God Almighty, we are all like family. And, you know, and everybody willing to help everybody. It doesn't matter what's going on, what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, and we've seen that just these
recently.
last couple of days.
Yeah.
And last week or two, where people just stepped to the plate and do what they got to do. You know, they called me at direct, and they called and said, "Hey, Coach, what? We heard you got some fryers. You know, we heard you got a grill. We heard you got a." I said, "Yeah." They said, "We need them." I said, "Come on, get them.
Come get them.
Yeah,
Let's go to cooking and feed the people, right?
that's right, and that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Makes it a great place to live. So speaking of the rec department, I mean, now you've retired from school, right?
Retired.
Yeah, retired.
She's retired to another full-time job.
She's like her
bigger headache, I think.
She's like her mom and daddy. She's never going to fully retire. She's going to work.
I was gonna come work with y'all and chill out.
Yeah. Hey.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah.
So you moved on you're the rec director for
Yes,
Pierce County now. So you want to talk about that a little bit? What sports do y'all offer? And I know we talked about y'all have added soccer.
Yeah, we right now, you know, we pretty much trying to offer pretty much kind of what the schools are offering. You know, we got the football, we got baseball, softball, we got soccer, we got the cheerleading, and when I came in last year, we now have volleyball, and so we're doing the volleyball. I've got a guy. We actually. You know, I guess since we can get everybody like out of the gym, he's coming in. We're going to actually try to put 2 pickleball courts inside the gym.
Which is it's crazy how fast that's catching on.
And that sports is just booming. But but we also do tennis and golf. And we took some of the kids up to we've had kids go to state in golf and tennis. And last year we actually we brought the track back. When Sean, he did do track one year, and I think that's when Stetson and them came through Bennett. They had the track, and we did it this year. Gosh, y'all, we had 200 and something kids come out for the first track meet. Wow. And it blew our minds. And when
that is mind-blowing, actually.
And we actually took 50 kids off to district. And then from district, we took, I think it was either 8 or 10 that went to state. And it was awesome. And right now, we got the people in the community, everybody that was out there, they just blew their mind because their kids were able to do something that they didn't think. They said, my kid didn't never do nothing. I didn't think my kid would even play any sports or do anything. And when we did it, we decided we worked it through the school system. We just called it like in our first Olympics. And we coordinated with the PE teachers at all the elementary schools, and we had them I actually went and bought the equipment. They were throwing the javelin, shot, the discus, and running in events and everything. And the PE teachers worked with the kids through PE, and we were able to get them out. And then they came and signed up, and we came out here, and it was huge. Coach Spires and Coach Shucks, my gosh, they were tickled to death. They was like, "Good Lord."
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love that y'all are offering a wide spectrum of sports because kids at that age need to try different things. They don't need to specialize in one thing. Branch out, play football, run track, play baseball, try basketball. And heck, if you won't, go play a little tennis and golf.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're better at one sport than the other, it helps develop your skills.
Hand-eye coordination will help across the board. So I'm glad y'all are offering some different things that maybe weren't available to some of the kids in the county. So that's big time. And
we actually tried to do the swimming.
Wow.
But
I was going to ask you about that, but I didn't know if I should go there.
Yeah, we were going to try to do it, and coordinating. But we were trying to coordinate it with the Y and all. But we decided we'll just wait. And even Appleton County, they offered. They said, "Hey, Coach, bring them over here. Just swim through our program." But we like to try to swim here where they be Pierce County kids.
That's right.
And represented it.
We might need us a little community pool back in town, like the old days where everybody goes to the pool.
Yeah.
Y'all ante up out there. Somebody got some money.
Somebody.
We'll come contact you. She is not afraid. I promise you.
Well, I've asked some parents. They own me. They said, "Coach, we need a swimming pool. We need a swimming pool." Because, and actually, we actually started it in the middle school. Waycross and Ware decided to start it. And when they always start something, Chad and Kevin back then, and Stevenson and Chad started, and they were like, come on, Coach, you got to help us. We need that third person. And that's how we got soccer started. It was three of us, and that's how we got swimming. We actually, last year, I think it was, we had some kids actually go to state.
That's awesome.
In the swimming, and Coach Harris, Jennifer Harris, she's the one that does it. And, those kids put in a lot of time. It's no joke with the swimming. You have to put the time in the pool.
Oh, yeah.
and they get up early. Sometimes they go over there before they go to school, some of them, and swim.
Joey was here when I was going through my triathlon phase, and I'd wake up and go to the Y and smell like chlorine the rest of the day. So, ooh, that's different.
It's different. Different.
That will work you out a lot more than a lot of other things. It's crazy.
Swimming does that to me. I think like swimming and like track, those those
probably
sports
intertwine a little bit.
Yeah, and track helps all your sports.
That's right.
If kids would run it,
Well, if you get faster, you got a better chance to be a better athlete.
Oh, so. You do.
That's right. Well, we appreciate the job that you're doing, like Andrew said, and to have a wide variety like that. I mean, it's good to see the progression, and being able to offer more things for our kids. That's always a good thing. So appreciate that and all that you've done for kids throughout your career.
Okay. Well, like I said, I enjoy it. It's a passion, and I just want them all to be, be all they can be. Just like the military, be all you can be. And anything I can do to try to help our kids get to that point and then advance past that point. And the biggest thing you want to do is build some character.
That's right.
Along the way.
I mean, I love the rec department. Some of my best friends still to this day are the guys I grew up with playing all-star baseball, all-star football, all-star basketball with. And so you grow up with those guys. You're playing in the summer, the spring, fall. So you're with them all the time. And rec sports were a huge part of my life. And it just brings a community pride. When you get to wear Pierce County All-Stars on there, it's a huge thing. And travel ball is important. Don't get me wrong. It is important. But something about representing your team, and here's a little shot, and going over to Baxley and whooping up on the Appling County.
Have to take our weekly shot.
Our weekly shot. I'm maybe a little salty with them. No, I'm kidding. We'll pick on Jeff Davis this week. Yeah. Go get them. But
well, it was funny because like the other night we was out there because one of my lights was going off, and Danny Rawson modeled it and said, "Hey, Coach, cut that off." He's got a light show and all. And him and I just standing there and got to talking just about, like about playing ball. And back in the day, because, all of us used to, Lauren Tootin, Hugh, all them, man, those guys played softball, it was all weekend. And Danny was saying, he said, we play softball. And he said, I can remember playing in Patterson. He said, you had that one field. He said, but we had tournaments and played that whole weekend. And but he said, it was always Sean Ray's job to make sure that I was where I was supposed to be. And but he was just saying, back then how just what it did for you, being able to, just play, and you're playing softball and playing for Pierce.
Just fun to hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
Pierce Timber Company is proud to sponsor the PC Nation Playbook and our Pierce County Bears. We are a full-service timber company from purchasing to harvesting to reforestation. Pierce Timber is your resource for all of your timber needs.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Well, we'll move on into recapping the game last Friday night. thankfully we got to play. We didn't know, but we did get to play. Pierce got the victory over Cook County, 42-7.
Okay.
And have to gloat a little bit here because I predicted the score dead on.
Dead on it.
Yep, 42-7. So I got another victory. So that gives me 2 on the board, and Gove and Cuneo, they each have 1.
Y'all got to tighten up.
But literally after the game, Coach Heron, he sees me. Coach. Yeah. He sees me sitting over there in my spot where I normally sit, where the band's supposed to be. The band wasn't there Friday night, by the way.
Right.
So it had my heart broken to start with. But anyway, after the game, Coach Heron comes over there because the kids gather there after the game and the band plays. And he's hollering up there at me, and I go on the field and we're looking at the scoreboard, and he said, "Yeah, I did that for you." He wanted me to
7 minutes left.
He wanted me to one up Cuneo.
Yeah, you got to tighten up.
7 minutes left in the third quarter. It is 42-7.
Yeah,
we're driving.
Yep.
We fumbled the ball. I said, "Well, I'm not getting to my score this week."
You don't go
somebody
make
looked
it
up. They said, "You've got plenty of time." I said, "That was it.
That's it."
Now, what was yours?
We will not try to score now." I said, "That was my last drive."
Oh, Lord.
And they're like, "No, blah, blah, blah." Sure enough, clock was running in the fourth quarter, and we didn't even get close to scoring again. I said,
appreciate you stalling it there, Coach.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Got me that W. But anyway, I noted that in the pregame show on the radio, they were talking about this could be a fourth quarter game, and this quarterback, he's as good as we've faced since Rockmart and all this kind of thing. But that's kind of the norm for Coach Heron to pump the other team a little bit. But
I don't mind.
It ended kind of the way that we thought. Like we said, this is our house.
Oh, yes.
And at his house, I mean, you can look at the results from this year. It's pretty easy to predict Pierce County football. When they come here, it's going to be somewhere around 42-7, 49-7 most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, but we pretty well dominated that game. I've got some, and we won't go over all of this, but we got some Jimmy Singleton stats this week. Jimmy Singleton, I asked him after the game to bring me some of the stats by, and just to show you how dominant we were on his count here. Pierce County had 476 yards of offense.
Good gracious.
Cook County had
3.5. That's in 3.5 quarters.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And Cook County ended up the game with 90 yards total. All of those coming on the ground, and Coach Heron's out there coaching like we're losing by 2 or 3 touchdowns. In the third and fourth quarter, he's ticked off because guys are out of place on defense and whatnot, and we gave up a whole 90 yards. But maybe we can do a little bit better now. Maybe we can hold him to 0, Coach.
He won the shutout, I'm sure. And also, just a little bit of bad luck that I didn't hit my score because the quarterback ran for a 75-yard to the house, and he got called back by a phantom hold.
Lord. They just weren't letting you in.
Terrible call. I appreciate our officials with that sign.
So anyway, our Bears, they improved to 6-0 on the season.
It's a common thing nowadays.
Yeah. We're looking pretty good, rolling right along.
And they had rec night too. And
had rec night.
Yep. All of them were out there.
Yeah. So leave it to the rec director to throw that in there. There you go.
I like it.
Bear of the week.
Let's see what we got next. The Bear of the week. So we hadn't really talked about this. We could give it to Caden McGaffey every week.
He's pretty dang good.
To speak on that, let's look. He had 21 carries for 157 yards and a touchdown.
Street numbers.
Passing, he was 17 completions on 25 attempts for 271 yards and 5 touchdowns. So 6 total touchdowns. Somewhere in the neighborhood of, looks like 428 yards out of the 476.
What do our receivers do?
So you could give it to him every week.
Could, but
I'm going to give it.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He has to do something real special, like a state championship performance, for me to give it to him every week.
I know.
That was pretty close.
I'm going to give mine to Nigel Brown.
That's why I asked about the receivers.
I knew where you were going with it.
I heard that name this week. This weekend, I heard
Nigel had 6 catches for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then he also had the interception But he almost took to the house. He returned it for a good 25 yards or so. So I'm going to give my Bear of the Week to Nigel.
And that was kind of where I was leaning, but
he had a couple tackles in there as well, which you don't want to see your secondary tackling too much, but
that's right. You know what? As bad as I hate to be on the bandwagon, I think I want to give it to him too. I just felt like he made a lot of plays, and I could give it to the same Caden.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Drew always plays.
Oh yeah,
really good.
Yeah.
Jones Heron plays really. I mean, there's a lot of kids that are doing.
Camp Dixon. I mean, all those guys do their thing every week. Yeah.
You know, you know, I felt like I heard Nigel's name a lot, and
yeah. Well, he made
he
made a spectacular grab on one of those too.
That's what I was about to say. You know what? He gets my hat nod that week as well. He'll be my Bear of the Week as well.
Bear of the Week, Nigel Brown. All right. Shout out to Danielle. Tune in and watch us, Danielle.
Tune in.
Let's see. So now we've got the Bear Blitz forecast. So we're off this week, and we will be playing at Crisp County next week. So never easy to go to Cordell and play. They are 1-5 on the season.
A struggle this year.
So a little bit of a struggle, but they have played, some good competition there.
And they always got athletes.
As well, and they always have athletes. Before we make the predictions on that, I'm going to throw this out there. You're our fourth guest now?
Yep.
Yeah, you're our fourth guest on the show, okay? So think carefully on this. We have not had a guest win the score prediction yet. So we're going to see if Coach Mo can beat us this week. Gove went ahead and threw out there the typical normal score of 42-7. So he took that off the board. We'll give Gove 42-7. Thoughts, Andrew?
I would love to say 42-7 as well, but I'll go a step further, and I think we're going to get a shutout this week, or next week, excuse me. It's time. We've knocked on the door all year. It's time.
Just the one at Wayne. Yep.
I'm gonna go big right here and say 49-0.
Ooh.
And that's a little optimism because I still remember taking that drive over there when Stetson Bennett was a senior, and we got beat up pretty good that night. Now we got a little revenge. Yeah. A couple of years later, sweet revenge.
The miracle in Bearville.
The miracle in Bearville is correct, but I'd like to go over there and just really smack them one good time over in Cordell. It'd make me feel better to make that 2.5-hour drive and come back with a big win.
And you got to keep in mind we are going over there, but they've got Crisp and Applin this Friday.
That's right.
So they're probably going to whip up on one another a little bit too, and we should get back a little bit healthier, and I know we'll be ready to play when we come to town. But we saw what happened in equipment. So
speaking of healthier, I saw some familiar numbers back out on the field. I saw 2 and 9 make their returns.
Ja Evans, Javion Williams. Good to have both of you guys back.
That's two good guys.
Yeah. Coach Mo.
Yes.
Give us the prediction, Coach.
What are you thinking for a score at Crisp County? Not this Friday, but next Friday.
Answer right here.
Let's say 40-0.
40-0. Whew. We got 2 shutout predictions, and I'm with y'all. I'm gonna stick with it. I think we're gonna get that shutout. We're getting back healthier. Our defense is gonna do their thing. Crisp County struggling a little bit. Our guys are working hard. They're gonna be ready to play.
And they've got 2 weeks of hitting on themselves, so they'll be ready to hit somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Like I said, Coach Heron a little frustrated with them, against Cook County being out of place a couple of times.
Why did they give up 90 yards?
I know. And 7 points. I mean,
what are we doing, Coach?
I think they fixed that, and I think we're going to get the shutout. I'm going 35-0 Bears.
Caden, I think that's a challenge to you that he thinks you're only going to score 35 points.
We're going to run the ball, control the clock, do our thing.
I like it.
Shut them out, get out of there. Come on home. That's right.
Yep.
Bring it on home.
Try to find somewhere good to eat.
Well, in closing, again, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate y'all asking me to come.
Coach appreciates you always.
Appreciate it.
Do a ton for the community, so it's always appreciated when you take time to stop by and hang out with us.
Yep.
Absolutely. And click that like, share, and subscribe button, and let's keep this content going. One thing I will throw out there is, like I said in the last show, we're here to help. So, I mean, any way that we can help you, reach out to us. One of the ways that we're proactively doing that is if you suffered loss or damage to your vehicle and you need some help with valuations, we at Mike Burch Ford are offering you a free service at this time in helping you get some information, get some valuations on your vehicle. So if you need help with that, come in and see us. If you need help with anything else, we'll do the best that we can to try to get you the help that you need during this time. Our thoughts and prayers still going out to everybody that was affected by Helene. And as we record this, we're watching Milton. Looks like Milton's going to be well to the south. But anyway, there's plenty of devastation, plenty of hurt, plenty of need. Still have a good many people without power 2 weeks later here in Pierce County. So if you live in Pierce County, let me say this too. If you live in Pierce County and you're watching this show, please don't go without food and tell me you haven't eaten.
Come ask us. Yeah.
Come see somebody. We'll make sure you get food.
Get to the right place.
Yeah.
There's too many people
right
spreading the love around the community.
Absolutely. We're going to make sure you get fed. So we love you, Pierce County. Tune back in. And always,
go Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.